Yeah, I just want to be able to use what I've been gathering up from Epic's marketplace for Unreal Engine, because I got like
Nice.
4 or 5 years worth of just materials just gathered up, all for free. Like every month, just you get it, and then you pick up every free thing that's available, because some of them might not be there again. So
Okay, D&D time.
you ready?
Your channel's up.
Alrighty.
How come you're It's Yo Mama, Conrad?
My friends made Smurfs on Apex, and they had their names. It's not Delivery, it's DiGiorno, and so then I just also made a name that's like that, and I just changed it back now.
Fair enough.
Until I leave the table, it's gonna stay that way.
Thank goodness
why
my
the heck
mama's
is Conrad's name that?
Alrighty, so it's been 5 years.
I missed playing with you guys.
We're old now.
5 years.
Damn.
I've got Robo like stubble.
Robo stubble.
Alrighty, so in these 5 years, let me see. Where's Blade's questions? Right under here. Alrighty. So the your people have been, poking out, reaching out, looking out, and there has been very little, almost surprisingly so, communication from the Dragon Continent.
It's highly unusual.
Whitehall has had quite a... I don't know what you would describe this as. It's not a resurgence or a downfall. Restructuring of faith, where the dragon cultists and the dragon followers, the crazy people and the people that actually did work for the dragon, have kind of like stopped. They realized that one, they learned that the dragon died, and now there's other dragons in the lair, and they are not being very social. They're kind of keeping to themselves. It's like, just stay off the mountain.
It won't be instant, but I'm gonna send seeding some missionaries in there. I got the right group for it.
Well, is that something that you've done?
Yeah, that was one of the things on the list. Hold on, I'm pulling it back up right now. Closed it inexplicably. Here we go. In my group, the Dawn Seeker Order, and they're the ones who handles recruiting effort and expansion to new areas. And they're just poking and prodding. They're just in there like, I heard you don't worship dragons anymore, huh? Well, I bet you'd like to worship something else in the sky.
Got it. Okay, I thought you meant in the mountains. You mean in Whitehill?
No, I'm not sending anybody in there. In fact, I've issued a hard hey, know that thing I did? Don't do that. It won't work for you.
Okay, good. Then you did not lose anybody that way.
Yay!
Okay, so yes, you have some people in Whitehill. But yeah, and so they're kind of getting disillusioned. The Church of Bahamut is a strong presence there, and they've picked up most of the pieces, and they are not unfriendly with the Church of Pelor. So y'all are,
Yeah.
Yeah, they also very much like that you went in there and threw down the ancient red dragon. Although apparently it wasn't you. Cough, cough, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
No, yeah, that's right. Wait,
So, yeah, but other than that, you haven't heard too much. Nobody has heard anything from Darude in the desert, and no one has heard from, the red dragons in the mountains. They are very much not welcoming any visitors of any kind, and whereas he used to, request tribute and stuff, the Amadeddon used to request tribute and everything and allow worshippers to come in and do stuff. Yeah, no, it's completely closed off.
The other dragons are like, no, I don't want any of that weird cult shit going on in here. I don't want your robes. I don't want your weird sheep. Just get lost. Creeps.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, that is a bit strange, right? That's a big change in the world, but ancient dragons dying is always a big change in the world. But yeah, you haven't heard from your friend, Cielzra?
Party dragon?
Yeah, Cielzra. You haven't heard from Cielzra either in these 5 years.
Oh,
The last time you guys saw him was the last time you guys saw him.
Oh, that's really weird then, because
That's highly unusual.
he should be over here partying, you know?
I'm not super concerned. I think that guy parties harder than we think, and I worry about it.
But yeah, I mean, that's good. You know, no
I
news
think
is
we
good
could throw
news.
some wicked parties, and you'd be like, yeah, this is a pretty good Thursday.
Okay, so that was your first one. So yes, strangely quiet. Have you sent anyone to the Dragon Continent? You do have a boat.
I'll make it clear, I have not. None of my church is doing anything regarding the Dragon Continent. Not till I go there and scope it out.
Graves,
Hint,
any
hint, nudge.
any espionage with the Dragon Continent?
I would say no for the simple
Well-
fact that they would know faster than we would know.
Well, I mean, we sent the pirate group over to do something, but we
Not
don't
the
know what
Dragon
happened.
Continent, right?
Well, yeah. I
No,
know
they
that,
were
but,
just
like,
they were just doing sea stuff, and we'll get to that
Okay.
eventually.
I like to think that hold on, I lost my train of thought here. I like to think that Graves would know that at the high end that even though they might have true sight doesn't help against a super fucking high hide check. Doesn't do shit against it. Oh, you got true sight, you can see invisibility. Too bad I rolled a fucking 38.
Let's see. All right. So we don't have any missionaries going to the dragons. We don't have any spies going to the dragons, and we don't have any political
I
people.
would use my good relation with the Church of Bahamut to see if they have any information about that circumstance, but I'm not expecting anything really.
The Church of Bahamut's stance on the Dragon Continent is that it exists, and if it didn't, we'd all probably be fucked. So it's a good thing that it exists. They don't try to rock the boat, and they also have not heard anything in 5 years, which is, strange. They usually have, people coming in, giving news, checking up on stuff.
Did the Dragon Continent, is it all dragons, or do they have, like, other races as, like, servants and vassals and stuff?
I mean, that would be a question you'd have to ask someone who's been to the Dragon Continent. Let's see. Is that something?
I'll ask the person who did dragon information.
Yeah.
Graves, tell me about the Dragon Continent.
Yes.
Well, continent full of dragons. Imagine that.
Oh,
Did
it's just
you,
a big rock with dragons? Wow.
Did you
That's
invest
just-
any? Did you invest any resources in finding out more about the just like daily goings on, the history, and that kind of stuff of the Dragon Continent?
Mostly the history and like, trying to figure out like the correct word for it. Like who's more like than others? Like, kind of like the stances of each of the dragons on each other. Guess that's the right word.
Alrighty. The politics going on.
Correct.
History of dragons.
I heard the noble Lady Lizard is having an affair with the Drake Lord Garganash.
Alrighty. So, current stability of the areas around us. Ignore that. That's going to be part of what Ashton has been doing with the politics of the area. Unusual signs of faction cult. Okay, over the last 5 years. Well, my first question is going to be to Grizz. What has happened to the Church of Air and the Leviathan?
So the Church of Air and the Leviathan. So for starters, which Church of Air? The one in Tempescairn or the Storm one?
No, the Leviathan Church. That's one thing. The Church of Air and Leviathan. And Tempest. Sorry, not the Leviathan. The Church of Air / the Tempest.
Tempest. I get it now. I think it is still there, but it's received like essentially like a toothless new like person to run the temple there, and they're not really in any way related to the governance of the Tempest Cairn anymore. For the same reason, the Church of Palor hasn't established a dominant role on the town yet, but the town is a very successful little democracy.
So it already was that, but the mayor just kind of was being influenced by the church and the loss of his wife. So
But
now
with
that
the-
influence
like,
is gone.
In fact, I like to think that they would establish themselves as like opening up to as many religions as possible. I think that'd be interesting if they like really opened the doors.
All right, let's see. Well, because of that, one other church has made its home in Tempest Scarin. Who would that be?
Can I just pick 3 and give them to you?
Sure.
I'll try and pick like a broad thing. So, for starters, the group of Storms over here got word, and they're pretty linked to Tempest Cairn, so they went ahead and set one up. And I like to think they're a weirdly aggressive variant of the Tempest group. Like, whoa, chill. I'll also give it. If we haven't established any Dwarven pantheons yet, I think it'd be interesting to have one of the people from the mining town commute there and set up his own church of like Torm or something.
Hell
Or
no.
Thorin. No?
Dwarves
They don't
aren't
like-
going to be in a flying city.
I
They
thought
don't
he'd
like
be
the
a
flying
weird
city.
dwarf.
That would be a weird as fuck dwarf, and they would not be
They're-
putting a church there.
I'd
Not
love
of
to play that
Torm.
dwarf.
No, that's not happening.
Okay, fine. But if that's the case, then so we don't need a dwarven one then. How about what's the state of elves in this continent? We never really covered that, and I don't think it was too important, but like, is there enough to justify like a church to like an elven god like Corellin? They don't seem to have any major civilization unless it's on another continent, but I know they're around, right? They're present.
I mean, the thing is, they're elves. They don't really have churches, right? They live.
Well, they got that Corellin shit, and
Right.
even then, even if it's not, mind you, they're not making like full cathedrals here. It's Tempest Cairn. They got to fit on a flying island. Everything's getting shrines at best. That's my thoughts.
Okay.
Is it big enough for big cathedrals? Because I'll take them. But I think especially if we're fitting in a bunch on there. They
Well,
don't need to be
basically,
huge.
the large temple of the air temple, is kind of being divided between everyone. It was a pretty large temple.
Okay. If that's the case, then we'll get Palor, Tempest, and the Storm. So that's 3, and I'll get 3 more. Wait, 2 more. And so how
No,
about
that's
an
it.
ocean?
That's just one more. So
one more.
Yeah,
Ocean
I
god.
think,
What do we got for ocean gods?
I was thinking that through your connections, the Storm Church or the Wind Church, Scotty, right?
Yeah.
That would make a pretty good
All right, and then the last. How about it? I mean, I'm guessing I'm aiming for. Oh wait, how about Bahamut? How about I invite one of them up as a gesture?
They would
Temple of Bahamut
decline.
They would decline. They don't want to be on a flying island.
No. The 3 churches there is, I think, enough. That'll be enough
Okay.
churches there.
Okay, the Church of Palor and 2 Storm churches.
Akkadi, there we go.
But at least they're opposing Storm churches, so I can count on them not to team up on me.
Or can you?
We're all weather based anyway. It'll be fine.
Okay, let's see.
Just three clerics all casting control weather at the same time, wrestling it away from each other. Sunny, rainy, windy.
Okay. So we did that. Okay, and so that was the cult of the air is under wraps. Now that the Palor is
Now it's
there and the politics,
The more established Church of Air.
yeah, the politics and the consequences of what they did Yeah, they kind of lost all power and influence there, and now they're just kind of a church that, people that live in the air still do worship.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing: like, just because the guy went nuts and wanted to declare some sort of like war on the land folk, doesn't mean that the people could have stopped worshiping. You know?
Okay, let's see. Who else? What else? What are there?
Death
Other
to the land
activity.
folk. Imagine if they had gotten bombs in this bad boy. I still got designs on you, Tempest Scared.
We have another activity. Word is that the Underdark has been becoming a lot more active.
Like the
How?
wildlife or the civilizations or both.
I mean, it's kind of one and the same for the Underdark.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Are there are critters escaping from like the holes in the ground, or are we seeing
No.
like drow raiding parties?
Or do you mean the hive mind is getting more active?
Oh yeah, are the mushrooms okay?
Not the
Um,
mushrooms, the hive.
the Illithid mind flayers.
Yes.
I mean, no one's been down deep because you can't. A lot more activity. So, whatchamacallit, the mines in. Hold on, I got the name. The name is starts with a D. Okay, let me see if I can find my notes. Where's my tab with all my notes? Here we go. Yeesh. Okay, World Anvil instead. Data's taking way too long to load. It is Oddstead. Damn it, Oddstead. Yeah, so Oddstead, they have been expanding into the deeper regions of the mine, and they have had to stop because it's just gotten too dangerous. Just kind of like everything, right? There's the violent fungus growing there, the flying things, and
The spiders.
yeah, just kind of everything, right? They haven't seen any mind flayers specifically, no, nothing like that. But it's just like you'd have to get deeper for that. But they were kind of already getting deep, but then it just kind of got a little bit more and more risky and dangerous, and so they had to stop going deeper and just start expanding in other directions. But yeah, they kind of just stopped going deeper. So they were a lot deeper than they were when you guys went there with the little hideout there. But they've had to close those mines, and they're basically back to where they were when you guys went, just for safety reasons and stuff. And they still, they still have mines down there and everything that branch off in different directions. But yeah, that is it's actually something more important than it was back then when y'all last went. They was kind of there doing scout duty, but now there's actually stuff they have to watch out for, and they have to go out on patrols and everything. So, yeah, that's concerning. And let's see what other cult activity have we already seen. Nobody?
Can't remember.
Okay, I think that's all like the cult activity, really.
Yeah, because like we didn't really see. Well, I mean, Ashley didn't see anything in the City of Brass for like Efree or whatever, the Prince of Flame or whatever.
I don't
what
think
you
y'all
call it.
also are keeping an eye in the other planes, are you?
Exactly. Yeah. No, that's the only thing I could think of outside of what we already done. So I can't think of anything else.
As for gaining power, the North Seas have been becoming a lot more violent. The Northern Lord seems to be just a bit more aggro. Southern Lord has been quiet. And the third one has also been pretty quiet. Northern Lord's just been a little bit more aggro.
Is this unusual?
I mean, it's, just more aggro. So, just makes it less safe. It wasn't like it was, like, perfectly safe before, but just less safe now, right?
Uh-huh.
So, it's unusual as in that it's more aggressive than normal. Alrighty. So, there's that.
About Legion.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
What has happened with them in 5 years?
What has happened with them? Were they taken care of or were they ignored?
I mean, we kind of just try to let the city of Law take over from, when we told them about them. That's the last thing we did with them. We try to give it to someone else's hands.
You want tea? So
I do like to think I'll have informed my church about the Yuan Ti situation, and we hopefully will get at least 1 or 2 eyes, like, along the forests, just keeping an eye on things. But I'm definitely not sending them deep unless we get some experienced people there.
The Church of Order, the Knights of Order, actually led a raid and cleared out the Yuan Ti threat in the jungle.
Nice.
They had some help from, the Pirate Town and the Church of Light. Just, kind of everybody, it was kind of like a task force type of thing. But they led it. They did, like, the recruit and everything, had some adventurers and everything. And yeah, they went and they found even more just hordes of the Yuan Ti trapped underneath the other fallen temples. And the temples that they could get into to exterminate the Yuan Ti, they did. No prisoners. They weren't really the surrendering type, according to reports and records. And there still
Were we
seems
able to
be-
rescue any prisoners?
There weren't any prisoners.
No,
Because-
as in, like, prisoners they had taken.
No, there weren't any because right, they were still kind of trapped under, and so they found the ones that were kind of getting there, either because they were trying to escape or maybe people were trying to get them out, but they were able to hit them before then, and they went in, exterminated them. There are
Damn, did we have to genocide?
well, I mean, they didn't go in just guns blazing, but it's like you go in and then they shoot arrows at you, and paralyze.
They shoot
and
arrows at
raise
you,
and-
you throw a fireball at them, and things just grow from there. I get it. It's okay.
Yeah, they're the.
And
they're
I
the-
mean, they did openly declare war on all other existence when we saw them, so
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
not that concerned.
Yeah, they were. The Knights of Order. They went there, so they
Just
didn't go into
I'm
slaughter.
a figurehead of a church now. I need to put on a certain face sometimes.
So yes, they're the Knights of Order. They didn't go into slaughter, but they ended up doing that anyway because same reason y'all did, right? Kind of got to do what you got to do.
They're just loudly shouting like the list of laws that they've broken while getting shot at and having spells, and like we can't engage until we finish reading them their rights. But then they take them down hard because that's just how they do.
There are 3 temples that remain that were still intact.
Actually, thinking about it, a paladin who has sanctuary cast on them reading like a villain rights while they can't attack him would be pretty sick.
Yeah, so there's 3 temples left. The rest of the Yuan Ti were all eliminated, but the 3 temples that are left they're all like in good condition, right? So they'd have to break them open themselves, and that's just asking for trouble. If they're stuck down there, then they're stuck down there.
Now hold on, I do have a once per day earthquake.
Yes, so do you want to risk unleashing them all?
It feels like a bad idea, doesn't it? I'll defer to the judgment of the. I imagine Ashton is like leading this.
You're
group. Oh wait,
no,
this is the
completely
right. This
different.
is these guys, right? That like
Yeah.
it's not us at all.
It's
My
not
bad,
you at
my
all.
bad.
It's completely
I'm not
happening
even there.
independent
And in
of
fact,
you.
if I was there, they probably wouldn't want me there.
Yeah,
They'd politely ask me to leave.
you're doing your church stuff. You're doing your church stuff.
I'm sure I do send people here, but I
You
can't
did.
imagine I get any foothold.
No, you just sent people to help because people that wanted to help, and that the order paladins they allowed
Yeah,
to join in.
We may not have a church presence, but we're keeping up a good face up there, for sure.
Alrighty. What happened? Why is the? Did they get rid of the whatchamacallits?
The Whoozamajigs?
What? The things where you could like
Stamps?
no, they had it so that you could like format your stuff.
Are you talking about on Discord?
Yeah. Oh, they did get rid of it.
What?
Yeah, you used to be able to use what is it called? Fucking formatting. I did it in chat. Did y'all not see me like type a big bruh or something? Oh yeah.
I remember seeing bra, but I wasn't sure what it was.
Yeah. Like here, I posted this and it was like all big and bolded and everything, but I guess they got rid of it. I forgot what that's called.
Aww.
Oh, they
Markup.
Yeah.
Oh, no, but that was not on purpose?
Yeah, it was big originally, and then it shrunk back down.
Man, they got rid of markup.
Man.
That sucks.
Decati Church. Nice.
Okay. Oh well. That sucks because that was gonna be
We're
great.
playing
I
with
could
our
format
hearts.
it all. Anyway,
God damn you, Discord.
okay, so that's the cult activity. Are you guys going to cure Bartholomew?
Ooh. Do we actually want to cure the goose? I mean, we would lose a boatload of money, but at the same time, we're basically letting an animal be tortured like crazy after we knew he's being cursed. Over a moral predicament and an ethical predicament.
Yeah, but he says the goose.
It's still a living being.
But it's not dead. And like I said, when you make the discovery, well, if we have an adequate supply of gold to sustain us for the foreseeable future, then yeah, I'll cure him. I mean,
You're
you
gonna
could
cure
always
him?
cure him. It would not be very hard for you to get like a remove curse scroll or something.
Yeah, but you could just
You
remove
could
the
even do it
curse.
as a prank.
Stickers. Oh, the stickers
Huh?
up there?
Snickers?
Oh no, I was talking to my wife. Sorry.
Give me Snickers.
I don't have Snickers. I don't like Snickers.
Snickers aren't bad.
So, Bart the goose was cured. Let's say that happened in year 2.
Well, I release him to his family, I suppose. Into the wilderness, and I just open the door and let him loose. He just wanders around town now because he's just too well known and familiar as like a mascot.
I mean, you can keep him. I mean, he stayed with you.
Can we get a druid to uplift him?
You want to make him intelligent? Awaken him?
Yeah,
That's
that's
like a
it.
horrifying idea.
Oh god, awakening a goose. Okay, hold on. Let me look up awakening spell. Okay, awaken.
Scared now.
Does Barmillo talk now?
After
he's
8
cured?
hours, you touch a huge or smaller beast or plant. The target must have no intelligence score or an intelligence score of 3 or less. And what does a goose have? I don't think there is a goose.
Surely it's less than 3. They're pretty smart, but they're not like Corvid smart.
Oh, well, This stat bot I'm looking at gave him an intelligence of 5.
The
Damn.
fuck?
Oh, this one has that
It means, like-
12, but it's the
Oh,
untitled
I could just
Goose
have a
Game
conversation
Goose.
with it. Hello,
Well,
Goose.
That doesn't mean it
Oh.
knows English or common.
It could understand it though.
No,
No.
you need to
'Cause, like,
share
you
a
have to be-
language.
You have to be minimum 8, I think, for
Okay, I
any
see 2.
intelligence.
I see 1 with 2. Oh wait, what is? Okay, let me see. All of the beasts. Don John monsters.
Can we just like compare it to an ostrich? Surely there's some
Yes.
sort of ostrich equivalent.
That's what I'm going to look for right now. All of the beasts. Badger, bat, cat, crab, deer, eagle, goat, hawk. A hawk has 2. Jackal, lizard, octopus, owl. Owl has 2. Raven.
Owl, the
Raven
wisest
has
of the
2.
animals.
Well, not intelligent. Bloodhawk.
Fair enough.
Bloodhawk has 3.
Some dumbass owls out there.
Pony has 2. Elk has 2. Yeah, it looks like beasts have an intelligence up. Well, when you get big, apparently your intelligence goes up. A
Bigger
giant
brain,
owl
of
has
course.
8. A giant bat has 2. So yes, I would say that a goose would have low enough intelligence. All right. 3 or less. The target gains an intelligence of 10. The target also gains the ability to speak one language you know. Is that common?
It's common.
All right.
Do I get to pick his voice? Because I choose Gilbert Gottfried.
Oh my god, these eggs coming out of my anus!
Isn't it perfect?
You wouldn't imagine the hemorrhoids I get. Oy vey!
I'm terrified.
Good
right
job, Bartholomew.
Did I do a good Gilbert Godfrey?
You
Pretty
did,
good.
but I don't think he goes oy vey. Or did he?
No, but Bart does.
Oh, fair enough.
now. He said he had to sound like God Gilbert. He didn't say he was Gilbert.
Bartholomew's like, yeah, my bar mitzvah. What?
Why?
Goose mitzvah.
Honk mitzvah.
Okay.
Flock of geese.
He celebrates Hanukkah.
So after 30 days, depending on how it's been treated, it can decide whether to remain friendly to you or not.
Well, I like to think I treat it pretty well, but I guess it depends on how it interprets me treating it well.
You did remove the curse, right?
Yeah, the curse was removed before we uplifted him or awakened him.
Oh, wow.
And also, do we have access to a good enough druid for this?
I mean, yeah, you can find one.
Yay!
What
Okay,
level is
okay.
this? 5th
I
level?
won't
That's not
question
bad.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's only 5th.
That's not bad at all. Excellent.
Yeah.
Or
It's
bard,
also
because
bard.
we have a bard.
Ah,
I don't believe Tempest is that high yet.
gosh,
No.
we're lucky. Ko never got the ability to awaken animals.
Damn it, why didn't we train Tempest?
Totally
forgot about
it. That'd be level what, 9?
Tempest, do you still have any skill points to spend? Yeah, I spent them all in cooking. Damn it, Tempest.
That cooking's a useful skill.
Every attribute point level he gained was a half feet.
Give me persuasion with disadvantage, Grizz, or animal handling, either one.
Ooh, with disadvantage though.
It is a goose. So yes.
Fair enough. I'm gonna go with animal handling. I've got a +10 to that.
Your animal handling is finally coming into play, and that lag. There we go.
15?
Jesus, that was a low roll. Okay. Okay.
Can he use his cantrip to give him a +4?
No.
Hopefully.
Let's see. Alrighty. So, is anybody
Besides,
else
I
interacting?
want
with
to
Bart?
earn Bartholomew's trust validly. Bartholomew, you may stay with us or you may go. But if you stay, you will have your lovely Bartholomew house. And I'll gesture to like the fine wood-crafted house that I'm sure Ashton made or something. Would Ashton have made him a nice little doghouse or goose house?
Or have somebody make it, right? If
Yeah,
you say
somebody
if
would.
you're saying it's being made, wait, or is he going to be part of the church?
I didn't take a goose for a religious type. I'll be honest.
I
You
mean-
could have stone shaped his house.
But imagining this, a goose in a little hat.
Bishop
Hmm?
Bartholomew?
Yeah. Saint Bartholomew.
Ooh, Saint Bartholomew.
All,
He-
all
with-
we need to do is get him a green onion.
With his blessings, he helped the church grow with his tribute of gold.
Absolutely, with his blessings from the golden son of Palor, delivered unto us, which shall not be described in the scriptures.
You know what? Give me a religion check.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I don't know what that is. Hold on. What I get? Oh, not great. But I get +5, so,
Oh,
11.
that's a pass for an easy task.
Yay.
All right, now give me a persuasion check.
Less good. Persuasion. All right, it's whatever the die rolls. Come on, 15. Well,
That's still
10.
an easy pass. Okay.
Man,
He
I
wants a
feel
pond.
like he wants a pond.
He wants a pond.
Oh, a pond. Hell yeah.
We'll get you a pond. Deal.
Okay. Bartholomew will be the patron saint of golden eggs or whatever. He doesn't really care as long as he
Yeah,
gets
it
he gets
doesn't-
bread in a pond.
We'll figure it out as we go. We'll jot it down. But let's get you in some stained glass. A tall window in the church with just a goose wearing a pontiff hat. Like,
Alrighty. Number 5. Information on the potential research being done concerning longevity. So, yes, like I said, for the longevity aspect, there's obviously lichdom.
Yeah, nothing that requires like being undead.
A blessing from
Fair.
a god. Let's see. Potions of longevity. May require ritual sacrifice to create? Question mark. Let's see. What are some other ways to create longevity? Anybody have any ideas?
exercise?
Oh yes,
Healthy
that is
diet and
actually one.
exercise. Modern medicine? I don't know.
No.
You
I mean, that
discover
is
antibiotics. You
I
revolutionize.
mean, that's entirely possible.
medicine.
that is something that
Fun
monks
fact: to get
do.
antibiotics, we have to hunt myconids and grind them up.
Oh my god.
Body enhancement techniques to increase your blood flow and create longevity.
I mean, that is what monks have. That's a class feature of monks.
Diseases? I don't
Oh,
know.
really?
Are you
Yeah.
gonna become like a yoga bro?
Yeah,
Just
monks.
balance your chakras, dude.
I can't
Well,
remember
yeah.
what level they get it at. They get it like
Yeah.
the mid-teens. They basically become immune to aging.
Yep. Monks
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
age.
Yeah, what's it call it? Yeah, because I've been watching a lot more Chinese mythology type anime. And
Mind
stuff
you, I
like
believe
that,
it
so-
still says they do still die of old age. They just
Yeah,
don't
they do.
experience the effects of aging.
They have eternal youth, basically.
But they
Right.
do still sit like, uh-oh, I'm 103. There goes the heart. And they keel over. Unless they're a Lich monk.
Yeah. Just be a weird combination, but
Presumably, you got to become you got to get the monk level 20 first, so that you get the eternal youth, and then you become a lich, so that you get the eternal life. But your youth is sustained because of the monk.
that'd be
Oh,
a
man.
horrifying
I'm sure
thought.
that's how it works.
Or
It would be a
or
horrifying thought, though, to be a lich
A lich monk.
who can
Or-
cast magic and can beat the shit out of you.
I think
Or
it's like,
Ashton.
imagine going expecting a real spellcaster fight. You got the guy all prepped with like counter spells, and the lich just freaking flies at you, flying kicks your cleric in the knees.
Yep.
Or Ashton.
Or Ashen goes and pokes a horde of vampires and then gets become a vampire himself, and then his drinking problems is even worse.
Surely we've
Drinking
got enough
blood
connections
beer.
that you don't need to go and like provoke a den. We could get like a good vampire to come somewhere.
Yeah.
There's such a thing as a good vampire.
I mean, I'm talking Vlad tier, man. I'm talking like
Van Helsing.
what's the Strahd? Yeah, let's call Strahd.
Oh god, not Strahd.
Let's go visit Strahd. He'll help us.
I don't know, man. He keyed my freaking wagon that one time, and I never forgave him for it.
Oh,
I mean, would actually vampirism be a downfall to longevity?
Yeah, no.
I mean,
let's see.
have
Lichdom,
you ever
blessings,
played Vampire the
potions.
Masquerade? Because there's a certain degree of lunacy that tends to come with being a vampire.
Well, the problem with being a vampire is you have a lot of weaknesses then, too.
Yeah, don't you want to go in the sun? Surely you can get a better immortality than
I
vampire.
mean, you take, like, minor damage from sunlight, and you also don't regen your health.
I think D&D vampires take it worse than Skyrim vampires.
Yeah. You also can't, like, go into
I-
people's houses uninvited.
I actually don't know because I actually never faced vampires. I faced werewolves.
I faced Strahd. Oh no, I DM'd Strahd. Who am I kidding?
So let's
Yeah.
see. Vampires, they have the following flaws. They can't enter a residence without an invitation.
Yeah.
They take 20 acid damage if they end their turn in running water.
Yeah, I knew that one.
If a piercing weapon made of wood is driven into the vampire's heart while the vampire is incapacitated in its resting place, a vampire is paralyzed until the stake is removed. Sunlight hypersensitivity. It takes 20 radiant damage when it starts its turn in sunlight. One in sunlight, it has disadvantage on everything.
It's not
you have people, just collecting information passively on?
It's mostly active.
Like espionage?
Whether it be information gathering, espionage, spying, whatever it may be.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm asking you. You're in charge of these people. You're telling them what to do. Are you sending out people to be ambassadors? I mean, I guess you could do that.
We
through
don't.
Ray.
I do less of the illegal methods and more of like diplomacy and gaining favor and however it may be.
All right. So no espionage then.
No, it's not like direct espionage.
Okay.
It's like finding things indirectly.
Right. So then I will give this to Ray then. What is the current stability of the areas around us? Who are our friends? Have you made any, have you reached out? Have you been focusing mostly on Death's End and keeping, the city, getting the city up and running? It's been 5 years, so, you can do multiple
Hey,
things.
Ashton, how come the radar has all these red pips all over the place?
We've got Whitehall. We've got Blackthorn. We've got, Philadelphia. What are your relations with these places?
Well, mostly has been focusing on Death's End, but I did reach out to Philadelphia and the main guild if anyone were wanting to come to join. So sort of say they are welcome to, but basically just be on friendly terms. As long as they're not evil in nature and murderers and stuff like that, like pretty much all is welcome.
Those are not the words of a leader, Ashton. What's evil?
Anything above Ashton, I guess. No.
Well,
I think we should open the door to murderers, man. That's how you get a real influx of population.
Is
I
I mean, like,
I'll
look,
have
if
to
you're,
crack down with my paladins a little bit, but yeah. All right.
Sure,
it
you
will.
know,
That's a quick question.
It's
Ray,
gonna
you want
save
some-
guys.
You want some
It's
free
just-
construction material to build yourself a super bar?